I was here.
No, you were not. No, you were late. I called your name. You were late.
I was outside the courtroom.
All right, so court is inside. So court starts at 9 o'clock.
Yes, ma'am.
And you need to make sure you're here. Otherwise, a warrant's going to be issued for your arrest. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So where are we? State on discovery on Janesha Walker. I don't know if this is criminal trial division or family violence.
It's CTD, Judge.
Thank you. Yes.
I'm not sure because I'm covering for Elizabeth Russell, but we did get our first offer today.
Okay. How old are you?
29.
All right, Ms. Ferguson. Set this for a plea deadline date on July 7th.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, once you sign the reset form, you're excused. Thank you.
Thanks, Judge.
Very good. There is discovery that's been available to.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. I know I'm breaking. Oh, you did? I haven't had it. Okay. That's what it was in the process of doing today.
All right, who is here on Malik Lampkin?
Your Honor. Because we need to get an update to the courts
Okay,
from the Center for Healthcare Services. Those people are here.
all right, so what is happening with that? Hi. Hi.
I'll let you talk.
Oh, so I did talk with Molly, last week, right? About last week. And he does meet criteria for substance use disorder. And he did tell me that he was agreeable to go to full time if that was an opportunity that he would have. So. Yes, he does meet criteria.
All right, so,
Have him there by this week, next week at the latest, but there are some beds available right now.
all right, so this is for the motion.
It is supposed to be for the motion to revoke, Judge, but I don't think the state and council have had an opportunity to work that new case out. So we would ask that this, if we move forward today with the lifetime recovery, that be added as a condition of his bond.
All right, so we can add the, like, has he made bond on the new charge or no?
Have we made one?
I think maybe he's talking about the hold on the motion to revoke, because if he's on a deferred for that, then he may have a hold. So if you want to talk to her with the state, thank you so much for being here with your update and everything. I truly appreciate it. And moving things quickly, I like that. So if you can speak with the state, then we can see about setting conditions of bond, and you say lifetime.
Yes, ma'am.
And then we'll set the bond with the condition that he go to lifetime recovery to address the mental health as well as any other issues.
And my understanding is that if he's out on bond, if he's at lifetime recovery, he'll be brought back for all his court dates.
Okay, all right, if you can confer with the state
I
on
will.
that, and then we'll take care of it.
All right.
All right,
Thank
thank
you.
you. And are they also here on Mr. Payne?
Yes, on Mr. Payne, so Vanessa,
Can I see the file on Payne?
Mr. Payne and Ms. Silva,
So
not yet.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I did talk with Mr. Payne, and we were in process of getting him a screening with ACOG that's in the jail. However, when they went to go visit with him, he was in the hospital. So we're gonna have them meet with him. I just sent them an email letting him know that he'll be over there sometime today or tomorrow.
All right, Mr. Payne. Hi, if you can come up for me, please. How are you doing this morning? Good morning. How are you doing?
Good, guys.
Oh, thank you so much. So they said they came to see you, but you were in the hospital. Are you doing okay?
Yeah, I have some, where did I go to hospital? When I had a seizure, in clinical observation, for the first time I ever had a seizure.
All right. So when do y'all think you'll be able to see him?
I'm gonna try to see if they can see him this week. We also did talk with his brother,
Mhm.
which his brother said that he was willing to have him come back under some certain conditions as far as him being stabilized back on his medications again, which he also agreed would be good for him. And then, but also to have that follow-up care as well. So his brother had given me the names of all the medications that he was on, and he was on that injection
Mhm.
that usually lasts about a month.
Mhm.
So we're in the process of reaching out to university within the jail. And I also brought some people from Corazon Ministries that are helping me.
Thank you so much. Oh, come on up. So what I'm wondering then, can we recall it for maybe well, 2 weeks? And then if we're gonna recall you in 2 weeks, okay? But if they
Mhm.
have information for you before the 2 weeks, they can come in anytime and we'll put you on the docket anytime.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so what date are you all thinking?
Well, we're in the process right now, but I know that, here, Russell. Yeah, so, Russell had this great idea and we
Yes.
talked to Mr. Payne as well, and he was also agreeable to work with True Mental Health. If we can get everything sorted out, so then, we're just trying to figure out that part. So along with the ACOG services, because they can also help brother and him and also do like in-home visits, but True Mental Health also does that stuff too.
Well, what I can tell you all is I'm not gonna be here the week of June 16th because I'm doing a CLE. But if y'all wanna do something, I don't know if you can do it by Zoom. Yeah, we can do it. I can put him down for June 23rd. Mr. Payne, if they have everything worked out before June 23rd, all they have to do is let me know and I'll figure out a way to make it work.
Okay,
All right, I tell you what, let's do this. If everything is worked out before June 23rd, since Judge Rangel does the mental health court, which I know he doesn't qualify for, I'll ask Judge Rangel if he'll hear this matter since he has mental health court experience.
Love that idea.
All right, so we're gonna put you down for June 23rd.
okay.
Ms. Ferguson?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Payne, we're gonna call him back for June 23rd, but if they have everything completed before then, and if it's completed the week of June 16th, I'll ask Judge Rangel if he'll hear it.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, is there anything else?
No, ma'am.
All right, thank you so much. Continue doing what you're doing, okay?
Yes,
And
ma'am.
take care of yourself.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Judge.
Thank you guys so much.
Bye, guys.
Miss Silva, maybe very similar.
All right, let's bring up Miss Silva. Could I see the file on, oh, here she is. Oh, I have it. It's on Silva.
Thank you, Grant.
Hi.
Good
Okay.
morning.
Good morning. You're looking healthier.
Thank you.
All right, so what's going on with Miss Silva?
So I spoke with Miss Silva last week, right? And so there is no, she does not meet criteria for substance use disorder. She's been a long time, really proud of you for that.
Mhm.
And so what we were thinking was also getting her screening with ACOG as well. Getting her set up with that and seeing if we can get her back into another boarding home, right? That's what you wanted to do? Yeah, so they will help with that facilitation as far as getting her set up with that.
All right, so then what we'll do, we're gonna reset you for June 23rd. However, if everything is completed before then, if it's completed by June 16th, I'll speak with Judge Rangel and see if he can hear these two cases, okay?
Okay,
So-
if that don't work, could I please try going to the neighborhood?
All right, so this is what I believe in. I believe in building bridges as we come to rivers. So we're gonna see what happens with this. So let's 100% focus on this. And if this doesn't work out, then we're gonna see about something else, okay?
Okay,
Now, just know if you come back on the 16th, they're not gonna bring you to this courtroom. They're gonna bring you to the courtroom across the hall, okay?
do you know what number that is?
Hmm?
What number is that?
Oh, it's 379th. All right, thank you.
But we're talking about June the 23rd.
Yes, she's set for June 23rd, but similar to Mr. Payne, if they have everything done by June 16th, it'll be with Ron Rangel.
I have a quick question for Ms. Silva. Do you have identification and social security cards?
I am, if I have any one more, we can go back. Okay. If you want, I can give you the address.
But you've been here in Vancouver all my life. Okay. So if anything, you know, as far as like safety net, right, like a backup plan would, Russell with Clarkson would be able to try to facilitate that into Haven if we can't get another boarding home or anything situated. We'll figure something out.
Okay.
All right, all right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Thank you all so much. I appreciate it. We can't do this without you guys. All right, does anybody know if defense counsel has completed reviewing the jail calls? All right, if someone could check to see if they're done, because the jurors coming back in at 11:45. All right, thank you.
Because when we approach on a matter that's set for tomorrow,
Oh, just give me 1 second. They need to pull the file.
Right. Yes, ma'am. And it says that.
All right, who's here on John Thornart?
Hi, Your Honor. Morning.
Good morning. Good morning. All right, so you're actually scheduled for a jury trial.
That's right. And Judge, really quickly, I'm sorry to cut you off, Your Honor, but this was also about receiving discovery. It was a setting for that.
Yes.
I did retrieve the external drive this morning.
Mhm.
Just talking to Mr. Edelman. I had not gotten any type of notice beforehand. I'm not saying that that's an issue with the
Mhm.
state. I just had not received anything like that, but it was there waiting for me. So I have not yet reviewed it, Judge, but but I do have it in my possession now.
So you need time to review?
I do, Your Honor.
How much time are you asking?
At least 2 weeks, Judge.
All right. Ms. Ferguson, set this for, you want to do it the week of June 23rd?
Sure.
All right, could you set this for the week of June 23rd, and that'll be final discovery?
Either day is fine.
All right, so you'll come back on June 23rd, and that will be the final discovery date.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, once you sign the reset form, you're excused. Thank you for dressing appropriately for court.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate your time. Good Judge.
All right, you too. Norma, what page is he on? All right, thank you. And Mr. Thornhart, you need to make sure you're on time next time.
Yes, ma'am. And I'm sorry, Your Honor, he was outside. I had him wait. I do apologize for that, Judge.
All right, let him know it needs to be inside.
Sorry about that, ma'am.
No problem. All right, thank you.
Yes.
Yes. What's your case?
It's on Ashley Jones.
All right, you need to have them pull the file.
Okay.
All right, once they pull it, I'll call you in order. Okay. All right, Roger Blanco?
That's me, Judge.
Yes.
Yes. Judge.
Right. You want to have a hearing on the bond motion?
Yes, this is his, I just got appointed to his case. He was on a $10,000 bond. Mr. Aguilera, his previous attorney, his home burned down on 170 Peach Valley,
All right, we'll,
and it was returned for,
okay.
it was shown that
All right, court is calling 2025 CR 002-804, State versus Roger Blanco. Can I have the parties announced?
Jason Garrett from the state, Your Honor. And Michael Doleon for Mr. Roger Blanco.
And are you Mr. Blanco?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. It appears that the defense attorneys has filed a motion to have a bond hearing. And the defendant, I'm assuming his bond was revoked because he didn't appear?
That's correct, Your Honor. He didn't have notice of it and, but he will make all his court appearances and
Yes.
he hasn't had any problems
All right,
beyond this.
Mr. DeLeon is saying that the defendant didn't receive notice because the house burned down. And so the documentation that his previous attorney, Mr. Aguilera, had was that this address is listed as a vacant lot. So is there a agreed amount per bond or no?
I haven't discussed with anything with Mr. Garahan, but his previous bond was 10,000. We just like to have it set again for 10,000.
And he. All right, and state, do you want to see the indictment?
If you don't mind, thank you, Judge. Thank you, Judge.
State, do you have a bond amount you're requesting?
If the previous bond was 10,000, Judge, the state would be requesting a minimum of $20,000 bond.
All right. Any objection? I'm assuming there's no objection to the court reviewing the indictment.
No objection to that, Your Honor. In the alternative, we would ask for compromise at 15,000 potentially.
And do you want to call your client or no?
No, Your Honor, I think everything's put out in the motion.
All right, then the court will set your bond at $20,000 with all previous conditions. And can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Roger Blanco.
All right, Mr. Blanco, and this is just for purposes of me setting conditions of your bond. Have you ever had any type of mental health issues in the past?
No,
Ever been diagnosed?
never,
Ever been on any type of medication?
no, ma'am.
Any type of drug use in the past?
Yes.
All right, and in the past, what would that have been?
Heroin.
All right, this is what the court is gonna do. The court is gonna set your bond at $20,000 with all previous conditions. The court will add 90 sober meetings in 90 days.
Yes, ma'am. So legit.
All right, and Ms. Ferguson, if you'll give him a reset form, please, for June 10th. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Thank you, miss.
You're welcome. Or whatever his previous setting was, I think June
June
10th.
10th is
Yes.
correct, Judge.
The defendant, yeah. All right, thanks.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. And so we'll work on it.
All right, who's here on Malik Lampkin? All right, no problem. Ashley Jones.
Oh, just we wanted to let him know already on Medellin.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning. All right, where's Miss Jones?
She is not here, Judge. Called pre-trial services.
the same phone number. There's no answer. I called the bondsman. They gave me
Just hang on.
2 phone numbers. One I already had and the other one I left a message. And I don't have a response yet.
All right, the court is calling 2025 CR 002136 State versus Ashley Robin Jones. Could I have parties announced for the record? State?
Austin stops the state.
Defense?
Alma Benavides for Ms. Jones.
All right, this hearing was scheduled at 9 a.m. It is now 11:41 a.m. The court called the docket at approximately 10:40. The defendant did not answer docket, and the court has called this case number as well, and the defense has not, the defendant has not answered docket. Deputy Laura, did you make an announcement for Ashley Jones?
Yes, sir. It did. She is
All right, defense, have you had any contact with your client?
No, I have not, Your Honor.
All right, state.
Your Honor, we're asking for her bond be forfeited on these cases.
All right, that will be granted, and your client will be remanded without bond. If she makes an appearance, the court will reconsider.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
Judge.
you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
I'm back on that.
Yes.
Army up there? An NPR.
Who is him? Byram Mejia?
Judge President, Judge, this matter is set for tomorrow. It's a brand new case. There is voluminous amounts of material.
Mhm.
Some material is maybe inappropriate, so
All right, is your client on bond?
he's in custody.
All right, so what amount of time are you requesting?
I guess another 30 days. The goal is to go see the first tranche of information tomorrow afternoon, maybe 30 days or something.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, I need a 30-day reset.
I can do it the July 7th, Judge.
All right, July 7th.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you. You're welcome.
Maybe just the 8th. I'm sorry, I didn't realize this one's out of town. So the 8th would
Right,
be,
July 8th.
thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. All right, are you ready on Malik?
Yes, Judge.
Lakin?
Judge, I've conferred with Mr. Garrahan
Mhm.
and Mr. Garrahan was gonna recommend a particular bond for the NTR.
All right, so does he have any bond on his current case, the 2025 PF 10415?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
You know
All right,
what
so-
that is? 100,000.
All right, and has he already made that bond? All right. And then on the motion to revoke, what are you requesting the bond? I think he has a bond set on this, doesn't he?
I believe that's the one that, Mr. Dillon was trying to get a bond set.
All right. And have you all come to an agreement or no?
I have a recommendation of $75,000.
All right, so we can go on the record, but Mr. Lampkin, it appears that you're on deferred adjudication for a specific offense. And then this new case is a higher level of the same offense. So I don't see why. And I'm assuming that's based upon what's in violation of condition number 1?
Yes, sir.
All right, so this may be improperly submitted or placed in intake because violation of condition number 1 says theft from a person.
Yeah, and then they also, I believe that they did also, on the NTR, also put it as a robbery. I haven't had an opportunity to look into that, Judge, but obviously it was a second degree, one's a, big deal.
All right, so counsel, I know that they already say they have a placement for your client, but do you want to recall this so that the state can look into what perhaps you all can work out as far as the bond placement?
That's a good idea, Judge. Let's do that. I haven't had that opportunity because I'm not even sure if the case is indicted yet. It feels like it wants to be indicted, but
Okay.
I do need to look into any discovery the state would provide to us if they feel.
All right, so Mr. Lampkin, the placement is still gonna be available. It's not gonna go anywhere. And the people who are working with you are still gonna work with you. But for me to set this bond, it would probably be best for you if the state and defense can communicate with each other, which I know they will, because they're people who communicate with each other, and come to perhaps maybe agreement. Maybe they can come to an agreement, maybe not. And then that may perhaps could fast track you to where you need to be, which is in an inpatient facility, okay? What day?
How about a week from tomorrow?
All right,
Maybe I can get everything I need by June 10th.
all right, Ms. Ferguson, can you put this on June 10th?
Yes.
All right, and Ms. Abrams, if you'll let them know that this is gonna come back on June 10th. All right, thank you.
All right, thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Additionally, Judge, I've got one other client today, Leroy Smith. It's gonna be a plea, Judge. I can't be back this afternoon. And then can we recall it for tomorrow, and do the
Yes,
plea
and
tomorrow?
who is the person?
Leroy Smith?
I'll just have them pull the file.
Yeah.
Don't be talking.
All right, who is here on Michael Medellin?
Yes, working judge.
1:30. Well, you know what, Norma? Put them at,
They're having trouble with the printer as well.
all right, put them at 1:45.
1:45.
And he's here for sentencing, correct?
Yes, correct, Judge.
All right, the court is calling 2024 CR 011692, State versus Michael Medellin. Can I have parties and
Orlando Gustafson for defense.
and are you Mr. Medellin?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, counsel, we're here for sentencing. He entered a plea of guilty. The state waived count 2. There was a PSI and TAP evaluation report prepared. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI state?
Yes.
Defense?
Yes, Judge.
Any objections?
No, Judge.
All right, the state is recommending deferred adjudication. Is there anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
So I did read the pre-sentence investigation report. My understanding is that there was, I guess, a scheduling of for a mental health evaluation assessment. My client understood that that was voluntary or optional. And so he did not attend that. Part of that recommendation I saw in the PSI.
Well, I note that the request is for a PSI and TAP evaluation, I believe. Maybe after they completed the TAP evaluation or interviewed him with the PSI, then they wanted to see about a mental health evaluation.
Right. And so I don't think he's opposed necessarily to have that evaluation done, but I think at that time he was saying, well, I thought it was optional. And so he did not go to that scheduled event. In regards to the pre-sentence investigation report, I understand that there's some recommendations in there. I believe that he's admitted to consuming alcohol and consuming cannabis. It does not seem as he's consuming either of those on a daily
If you
basis.
drug tested today, what are the results going to be
No,
for everything?
no, just the,
All right.
And so it was saying in
Is that with a prescription?
excuse me?
Is it with a prescription?
No, you're on.
Okay.
that the recommendations when the TAP values were for DDRF, I don't believe that it's necessarily appropriate at this point. One, there's no evaluation, but it also says if not accepted in that program to do a SATIF or ISF, one of those, and because of the usage, the level is not high. We're not talking about other substances outside of those two. I believe that more appropriately an outpatient program would be, I think, more appropriate. And we'd ask that you just follow this plea agreement. The complaining witness in the pre-sentence investigation report did say that she did not have a problem with the plea agreement. she's not seeking, there's not any restitution. She also said that she wasn't injured. And I believe that this is a fair agreement. We just ask that you follow it.
All right. Are you employed? You want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
You can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Michael Anthony Medellin.
All right, and Deputy Laura,
Yes, Judge.
they can start going back. We're gonna bring the jury in after this. All right, what do you do for work?
Right now, I don't have a job here.
How do you support yourself?
Right now, I'm doing freelance, but also retaining or getting help from my mother and my girlfriend.
All right, so you need to stop getting help from your mother and your girlfriend if you're gonna be using marijuana. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any children?
I have one on the way, Your Honor.
Okay. And marijuana smells bad. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
So you shouldn't be smelling like marijuana so that your child doesn't end up smelling like marijuana. When children are born,
No, hold on.
their brains, they're being developed, right? And their brains are developing. So doing all of these outside things, drugs or anything of that nature, that negatively impacts the development of the brain. You understand?
Yes, ma'am, I understand.
All right, so this is what the court is going to do. 8 years deferred adjudication, restitution, and no contact with Samantha Sandoval. If they say there's no restitution, there will be none. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs. I want levels tested. If the levels increase, motion to revoke is going to be filed. I'll start with intensive outpatient treatment. There's be a $2,000 fine that will be prorated. Proof of employment within 45 days. There should be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's going to be 200 hours of community service restitution. 100 hours to be deducted upon completion of the healthy relationship course. And the remaining 100 hours once parenting classes are completed. Field visits 1 time per month until further notice. There's to be 60 sober meetings in 60 days. Probation, is there anything else? Is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful?
I don't believe so, Your Honor.
All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, sir.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we can go off the record. In this court, to be successful on probation, communication is key. If there's an issue with something, let your probation officer know about it. If you feel as though they're not addressing it, you can always come back to the court to address it. You understand?
Yes, sir.
And you're gonna have to get a real job. And when I say a real job, I understand this is your dream, whatever you're doing, that's your dream. But your child can't go from paycheck to paycheck, or maybe you have a job, maybe you don't have a job. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Judge,
Hmm?
is this the original?
Yes.
Okay, you're retaining the copy of this?
No, I have an original as well. There are 2 originals because they don't have any trial court certification forms.
Okay.
So I
That's-
have
didn't
mine
notice
as,
that. Okay.
yeah, so I
I
have
didn't
mine as
recall.
well.
All right. Thank you, Jeff.
You're
Can
welcome.
we be excused?
Yes, you may be excused. All right, so defense, you've had a chance to review the videos, the jail calls. All right, Mr. Reyes, you need to take the witness stand.
Judge, to have a motion heard on the record, however, in light of the
Oh, we can go on the record. We're on the record in the state of Texas versus Felipe Reyes. Defense, you wanted something placed on the record.
yes, Judge,